Next thing we talked about was just making a payment to a vendor. So we have First Up Consultants, and I can just do pay. Now I can make a payment against a particular vendor. So instead of going into my payment screen, I've gone to my vendor screen and said make a payment. Now if I want to make a payment, I can go in here and say create payment, or I've got this apply and unapply, which we talked about in the previous video. But I can go in here and create a payment and say I want to make a payment in here. Now because I had highlighted that very first one, payment of invoice, First Up Consultants, very similar to yesterday. It was 150, but I can make a payment of 1,000. If I go and post that from here and say we go and post that, it says yep, no problem, you've made a payment of 1,000. So if we now look at the screen and come out of there, look at First Up Consultants, this particular screen here, look at this fact box down the side, we can see the payments again that we've made. So there today is my payment of 1,000, and we can see there is a remaining amount of 850 because we allocated it to 150 payment. Again, clicking on there, we can actually see that. What we can then do is, again, we could go back to the previous video and we can apply a payment. However, what we now want to do is get a refund from the supplier. So to do the refund, so they're going to give you the money back, is a different process. We looked yesterday at payment journals, and so what I'm going to do is show you a payment journal at this point. So in here I have a payment journal, and I've got document types, and one of them is refund. So I'm going to get a refund from a vendor, and we know that it's First Up Consultants. And if we go across, we know that we need a refund of 850 because they're going to send us back 850. We're going to apply it as a balancing account to our bank, and we know it's our checking account. So at this point, we've actually said in our payment journal, I'm going to get a refund from my vendor for 850, and now as part of this line it says, well, what do you want to apply that to? You're going to apply that to a payment that was made. We made the payment and we want to apply it to that. So the system now says, oh, okay, cool, this is the payment that you made. We can see the original payment was applied there. We're making this application here. You can see that it's ticked that box saying applied yes or no. So if we post this, we've now gone and posted a payment journal because we received a payment and we've applied it within that particular payment journal line. And if we go and have a look at that particular First Up Consultants, but we've also received money back as a refund. And if we look at that refund of 850, we can go and have a look at the entries. So if we say unapply, it will show us what we've got. So I can unapply it from there, but there it is. So what we've actually shown you is I've made an overpayment in the first video and I applied that overpayment to additional invoices. In this video, we've actually shown you how we would get a refund. Hope that's helpful.